Hey guys, it's J19 brought to you another video, and today we're going to talk about the Elden Ring DLC. We're going to talk about Monster Hunter Wilds. We're going to talk about what I hope to see at the Summer Games Fest and setting our expectations, because a lot of people are flipping out about what's going to happen there, and we need to talk about it. So today's going to be a little bit of like a gaming podcast. I figured I'd do one of these instead of just making multiple videos about multiple games, about multiple things. I just put everything all in one big video. So if you're listening to this podcast wise, cool. If you want to watch a little bit of the Elden Ring DLC gameplay footage in the background, feel free while listening to me talk about today's topic. So with that said, let's get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree. I didn't react to the story DLC trailer. I didn't really react to that trailer. I thought about it, but I just watched it on my own. It was fantastic. I don't really understand the story of the game, but I love the artwork. I love the direction. I love the enemies designs they show. The main head bad guy, which is right here on your screen. I'm super excited to play this game. I just watched one impressions video of the DLC. I know there's a lot more out there. There's even a gameplay footage of it. It's like 15 minutes from Game Informer. You guys can go check out. But yeah, I watched Maximilian Dude's impression. He didn't really show off a whole lot, but he showed off just enough to give you a little tease. So shout out to him for his impressions video. So far, what I've been hearing, the DLC is going to be amazing. The DLC, what I saw so far of it, they answer a lot of issues I had. They answer a lot of things that it's like, okay, we need more enemy variety. We need unique locations. I know base game had a lot of unique locations, but for far as what I heard, as far as music wise, as far as like what they showed location wise and enemy design, I'm super hype, not hump, hype, excited. And I'm thinking everything I've seen so far is great. They show off a bunch of different like movesets. Like a few characters have like different like magic attacks. One of them's doing like hand-to-hand combat, which is really super sick. Saw a little bit more of that. I saw like the magical pot magic damage. Saw a different like variety of weapons. I saw some different armor sets. Saw a preview of like a boss, one of the lion boss thing you guys see on the screen. Saw a little bit of his moveset. We didn't see the whole moveset of him, but he looks pretty tough. As far as what Max had to say, shout out to him again. He said that without using your Ash summons, he's very tough. He's very tough. He had a hard time. He's fighting him for like good 15 minutes, like a half hour or more. He didn't. I don't think he said beat him, but he said I just went back and tried it with the Ash summons, and he died. So there's that. So if you're struggling with it, you do have your Ash summons still. And yeah, a lot of reports are saying them in the past. A lot of people didn't want to believe me, but it's going to use the progression system of Sekiro. So if you know, you know. I didn't play Sekiro, but I figured it makes much more sense because if you're over leveled or under leveled going into DLC, it could be either underwhelming or overwhelming. To balance it out, they went with the Sekiro progression, which I think it's like I shouldn't really say anything because I haven't played it. But you guys, if you guys know, you know. It's more balanced this way. You don't have to worry about being too high a level. Your stats are too big. So I guess it goes by skills, maybe. It goes by how good you are. I don't know how it works. But you guys let me know in the comment section below on that. So I'm just looking forward to it. It looks like it's gonna have a lot more like places to explore. I heard a theme like it's brand new. I'm glad he did that. A lot of times they reuse the same tracks, especially for dungeons, and like they could change up a little bit. It looks like they are a little bit. Monster Hunter Wilds was a game for me that really changed my mind about what my game of the most anticipated game of 2025 was, and it was GTA 5, 6, I should say, not GTA 5, GTA 6. I was really super hyped for that game, really super stoked. Rockstar did state, not Rockstar, but the parent company, Take Two, they mentioned that, yeah, we've been already just talking about GTA 7. I'm like, what? Why? Like, that's a little too soon, isn't it? But I think it's good for them to talk about what their next ideas are, like GTA 7 down the road. They got Red Dead Redemption 3. That's been confirmed that's going to be in development. But yeah, that's for me. That game was my most anticipated game, and even Death Stranding too. But Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm like, okay, I need to see gameplay, and they showed us a gameplay trailer at the State of Play, and it blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, I can't wait. This looks more like Monster Hunter World than anything else. It's not Monster Hunter Rise-esque feel, which is great. And I watched a little bit of the dev diary thing, the little video footage they put out. And they talked about how, oh, by the way, we're going to show off a new monster and a brand new trailer at the Summer Games Fest. So I'm like, what? Like, we're going to have even more on this game soon? Because I figure, okay, we might not see anything till Gamescom or even Tokyo Game Show, but we're going to see stuff in like, what, 3 days from now, which is great. I can't wait. The game became my most anticipated game right away. I love Monster Hunter World. It was my introduction to Monster Hunter as a franchise. I haven't went back and played a whole lot of the other games. World was just too good. It's too good for me to pass up. And I played through that game must be about 2-3 times. I still haven't defeated the Black Dragons on my own, which are extremely tough. I can't beat them on my own. So I might have like somebody co-op with me, try to beat it, or just maybe randoms are doing it to try to beat it. But yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds looks nuts. I want to know what you guys think of that game in the comment section below, along with the Elden Ring Shadow of the DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Let me know if you guys watch any impressions, what you guys think of it, you guys hype for it. Anyways, that's amazing. We'll talk about a little bit what I think is going to happen at Summer Games Fest now. Jeff Keighley did come out. He did confirm that Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be there, of course. He mentioned something else. He's been asked a lot about Kingdom Hearts 4, and he said, those of you who are like looking forward to like a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, please don't. Like, you're setting yourself up for a major disappointment. Kingdom Hearts 4 is not going to be showing off till maybe next year at the earliest. Square is at the transitional point in their development process of, they got Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail coming. They got Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 coming in like 3 years. They got Kingdom Hearts 4 in development. They got Dragon Quest 12 in development. But they also, if you guys haven't heard, I hope you have, Square has lost $140 million in their last fiscal year. That hurt a ton. And by doing that, it woke them up a little bit and say, whoa. These timed exclusive deals we're doing with Sony and even like Nintendo and stuff like that, even like PC, like Epic Games only, they're figuring out that they can't do that anymore. They can't accept paychecks from these guys. They have to start being more like Capcom. What's Capcom been on fire for? Because they've been having higher quality games, and they've been on multiple platforms. On PC, current console, last gen, Switch, you name it, right? Now, granted, I don't think Square wants to do last gen, but they want to start putting stuff on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, Nintendo consoles, and PC, like day and date. That's their plans moving forward until 2027 to see how things go, right? So that to me makes me think that maybe Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 is not exclusive to PlayStation. Maybe that will finally be on all PlayStation, all consoles and PC at launch. Maybe that will. Kingdom Hearts 4, same thing. Dragon Quest 12, same thing. You name it. Games of higher quality. They want to do games in higher quality and like just stop fooling around with like other projects and not doing anything. They released so many games that was underperformed so much. It sucked. Like, there's a few titles out there. You can probably look it up. There's the Deal Field Chronicles. That was one of them. The Valkyrie game was one of them. Like I think even like the like Star Ocean Divine Force, like that didn't do very well. Um, Final Fantasy 16 sold over 3 million copies. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, as of what I know of, they sold over 2 million copies so far. And according to Square, that didn't live up to their expectations, or it met their expectations. But they want more. How do you do that? Stop having time exclusives. I know it's great. It gave me like reasons to play games on PlayStation 5, which I love dearly. But it's time for Square to start making higher quality games, AAA games, like Capcom does, but do it in a way where you release it on multiple platforms. Yes, does it cost money to do all that? Yes. But you have more chances of selling out your games. Like, imagine if Final Fantasy VII Remake was launched, right? 2020 is launched on all consoles. Like, I don't know about the Switch, but Xbox, PC, PlayStation 4, right? We'll say they all launched on that. That game would have sold more than 5 million copies in July. By July of 2020. It was probably sold almost double, right? And like Final Fantasy 16, let's say it came out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. It wouldn't sold just 3 million. It probably would have sold like 6 to 10 million copies. Same with Rebirth, right? So that's what they're doing. That's what they plan on doing, which I think is the best way to go. Them just selling out to like PlayStation and Nintendo for their games, or even like Epic Games. Like, don't do that. Put it on Steam. Like, people want games on Steam other than Epic Games. So there's that. So you got that going on. Capcom. Everybody's looking forward to Resident Evil 9. I was too, but since Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest was like all over the place. Not over the place. He's more like just saying, hey, you need to set your expectations low. We're not going to have any major announcements. We're not going to have any major titles there. More just devs on the stage presenting their game, updates from multiple games we got coming out this year. So yeah, no Resident Evil 9 apparently. If they do anything, it'd be probably Soku Game Show. Apparently Resident Evil 9 is not ready. All the leaks out there and stuff like that, or rumors I should say, not leaks, for Resident Evil 9, I take them with a huge grain of salt. Everybody's like going back and forth. Like, everybody said, hey, we don't know if it's delayed or not, but it seemed like for Resident Evil 9, if it's like the most not anticipated, but like the most ambitious game, Capcom's not ready for it. Pragmata, that's been delayed indefinitely. We have like no idea when that's gonna show up. Metal Gear Solid Delta remake, that has a chance of showing up. Silent Hill 2 remake looks amazing on my end. I know a lot of people are kind of down and out about it because it's not the same as OG. I'm like, okay, but still looks spooky. It's psychological horror still. It looks great on my end, to me anyways. That's coming out later on this year, like October 8th. We got that coming along, so we're not gonna see any more in the game. We just have like almost 14 minutes of gameplay and a trailer. I'm just so excited for those games coming up. GTA 6, we're not gonna see that there. They don't have a trailer for it, and stuff of that nature. So, to me, Monster Hunter Wilds is probably gonna be the main thing I'm gonna look forward to. Astrobot looks amazing. I can't wait for that game. Death Stranding 2, are we going to see that game there? Probably not. They last heard is like everything's done. They're just going back and like finishing the game off, like polishing and make sure everything's working great. It's going to take about a year. So it's going to be next summer when that game comes out. So we got that. So, anyways, that's what I got so far for the Summer Games Fest. It's not a whole lot. I don't expect any major announcements. We might get something from like Horizon Lego, still saying it's going to be there at the Summer Games Fest. SIE, Sony, it's got their presence going to be there apparently still. So I see that from Astrobot maybe with a release date. I don't expect anything else other than maybe if that Horizon Lego game. Until Dawn still hasn't had a release date yet, so we might get a release date trailer here. I did see the Until Dawn remake trailer at the State of Play. I thought it looked good. And I can't wait for that game, especially with the new scenes and stuff they added. But I can tell that a lot of people are kind of turned off on it because it wasn't like a big significant improvement. I thought it was. I thought, especially a lot of the textures and stuff look way better. Um, so yeah, it's one of those deals. Like a lot of people are just like not happy with remake and remasters now. They get too many of them. But it's not risky. It's companies doing that now because they're just not ready to show off any other projects. Like Naughty Dog, I'll talk about this a little bit. Naughty Dog got a little bit, some hate lately because all they have is like remasters and remakes the last few years, ever since The Last of Us Part 2. And people are like sick and tired of it. I'm like, look, it's like Neil Druckmann did just come up with an interview that says, hey, we got a lot of single player projects. We don't want to be known as the Last of Us studio. And he's really super excited for us to react to their new game when it's available. Wolverine is not ready to be shown. And Simon Games says, hey, when his time is right, we'll show it. We'll talk about it. Right now is not the time. So we got all these studios, like Ben Studios. We got like that has like a $250 million budget that Sony just gave them for their game. So that's going to be a big AAA budgeted game. I can't wait to see what that is because Days Gone, let's face it, I didn't care for it. I hope that Ben Studios does something completely different. I know it's not Days Gone 2, but you know what I mean. So we got a lot of games coming. We got like Santa Monica's new IP. We got, some murmurs and some talks about there's a PlayStation Showcase later on this fall. We got the PlayStation 5 Pro possibly coming this fall. We got Summer Games Fest. We got the Xbox Showcase later, like on Sunday, I think it is, on June 9th. And followed by that is Black Ops 6 gameplay. Gameplay review, whatever you want to call it. I can't wait for that. I got a buddy of mine who's been looking into stuff, and what they're saying is that this could be one of the better Call of Duties we had in quite some time. It could be better than the last decade for that. I can't wait to see that. I'm definitely going to give that a play, see how it looks and feels. So there's a lot of games I'm looking forward to. A lot of showcases and stuff like that. I was hoping to see some games show up here. I was hoping that Summer Games Fest would be a way to like introduce some new IPs and get things rolling, especially like the AAA standards. Like we haven't had much of like stuff from Sony's side, but apparently we got to wait some more, guys, and that's fine with me. Take the time to work on these games and get them out. I know a lot of people don't like the new business plan with Sony, like just not showing off any games till close to the launch, because a lot of companies get burnt. They show things about 4, 5, 6 years in advance, and people's like, "Well, this game's died. We had a review trailer 4, 5, 6 years ago. What happened to it? The game's dead." That's why they changed everything up. So like. Game development nowadays, guys, is taking 4 to 7 years at least, if not longer. Like, we're not gonna see Devil May Cry 6 for a long, long time. We're not gonna see, I'm gonna see Elder Scrolls 6. We're not gonna see From Software's next big budget game after Elden Ring DLC. We're not gonna see that for a while. Sony's already confirmed that, or hinted at, that they're not going to have any like brand new IPs or new games from their PlayStation Studios until like after March of 2025, other than Astro's Playroom and like Until Dawn remake, right? And Concord. Concord looks fun. Looks like it's going to be a fun time. A lot of people are hating on that game because all I know is a 5v5 online live service crap. Like, if you don't like the game, that's fine. Like, you got other games to play. I mean, Concord looks like it could be a lot of fun. Now, to answer your question about Astrobot, everybody says, is it going to be free? Are they going to be a free release game for PS5? No. The Astro's Playroom was just a showcase demo, little mini game, to show you the DualSense controller features, to give you guys something to play, to enjoy, give us something to play, to enjoy. And sure, you can put a few hours on Astro's Playroom and platinum it, but wasn't a full-fledged game. Astrobot is going to have like over 80 levels. It's going to be a massive title, and don't be surprised if they sell it for $70 on PlayStation 5. You're not going to get the game for free. So those of you who think you're going to get Astrobot for free, you're going to be sadly mistaken. So it's like you got to keep that under wraps. Um, so there's that. Like, as far as like the gaming industry, about all the layoffs and stuff, it sucks. Um, what happened is like everybody's. I've been talking to some people, and like a lot of companies, like get all these employees they hired to work at home to help out with these projects, especially during COVID. That eventually it caught up to them, where it's like we can't keep all these extra hands on us, so they got some layoffs. There's the global recession's happening. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but it's happening. Now, some countries are doing better than others, but we have a recession going on. It's affecting the gaming industry. It's affecting the real world, right? So we got that going on. We got all these rumors and leaks about these remakes and remasters are being in the works, like the Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Code Veronica. You got a hint of like Bloodborne making a comeback sometime soon. It's like the only problem with leaks and rumors now, it's getting to the point. It's like I know it's just there to like talk about it and get people to talk about these things. But after a while, it kind of goes, okay, take it with a grain of salt. This not gonna happen. Just like with Final Fantasy IX remake, it's not gonna be showing off for a while. There was a rumor / leak today that talked about how the development is further along. They outsourced the IP, the remake, out to like a different company on Square, and apparently they wasn't satisfied with it. So here's another case where Final Fantasy IX remake, yes, further along in development, but they brought it in house. So who knows what they're gonna do with it? I know it's not gonna be like a remake like Final Fantasy VII got, right, with the 3 games. It's gonna be a more simple remake. But there's that, right? We're not gonna see that for a while. Like the Final Fantasy X remake has been debunked by this Persona leaker. Same person that leaked about the Final Fantasy IX remake. So that and the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster. Like, don't expect anything from Square Enix for the Summer Games Fest. Capcom, I know you guys are looking forward to Resident Evil like I was. I know I mentioned this before and earlier in the podcast. But it's like, even Capcom's still working on a few titles, right? It's going to be a while. PlayStation Studios. Xbox Showcase, I hope they show off some games, right? They got some games in the works that haven't been shown off in a while. I'm looking forward to that. Black Ops 6, looking forward to that. When we get more hands-on, like Grand Theft Auto 6 or Death Stranding 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, can't wait. So, overall, what I'm saying here is keep your expectations low for Summer Games Fest. Understand that game development nowadays is taking 4 to 7 years. So we all gotta be patient. I know it's hard. I know it's rough out there, especially we all want these exclusive titles, and we're not getting it. PlayStation's pushing the PlayStation Network account on Steam and like Epic Games and stuff like that, and people in your countries can't have a PSN account. I don't know why it's banned there. So I don't know what's going on with Sony on that end, because the last few games, like years prior, they didn't force you to have a PSN account, but now they are, which is kind of weird. I don't understand why they're doing that, but who knows? Who knows what's going on there? It backfired on Helldivers too. They backed off on that, but apparently the God of War Ragnarok DLC, God of War Ragnarok PC port requires a PSN now. That's coming out later on this year. So you got that ordeal. That looks pretty sick. I might play that on PC one of these days. Down the road. We got Black Myth Wukong. We need to see more of that game. Like, that game's coming out in August. We got Lost Soul Side we need to see more of. So it's like there's some games in Phantom Blade Zero. Like, there's games out there that we are coming out this year we have not seen much of. Also, Metal Gear Solid 3 or Delta Remake. Word is it's getting delayed to 2025. So if we see something on that at the Summer Games Fest, it's gonna be a trailer. It's gonna be like 2025, right? If it's delayed, if it's true, but I think it is. We haven't seen much on the game, and we're already in June. So a lot of these other games have release dates or are getting close to being launched. We got that. So, with that said, I think I'm going to leave it here. We're about 25 minutes in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more podcast type setting, I just talk about latest and greatest like gaming news and what I'm excited for and stuff like that, feel free to give me a like. Subscribe if you guys want more videos such as these. And with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. And I'll have links in the description below for my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. Feel free to give me a like, follows, and join Discord. We can grow this wonderful community. And I can't wait. I can't wait for the Summer Games Fest for a couple of things I want to see. I'm setting my expectations low enough where if they show off any games, I'll be excited for them. I do want to see some creativity. I want to see some awesome smaller titles. And I'm patient for the major titles that are coming out down the road. Let me know what you guys think of the Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree DLC. First impressions, are you guys excited for it? What do you guys think of Monster Hunter Wilds? What do you guys think of the State of Play? What do you guys think of Summer Games Fest coming up? What's your expectations for that? What do you guys think of the gaming industry? What do you guys think? What's going on in your minds? How do you guys think of Square Enix's new business deal? How do you think of Capcom's? They're on fire, man. They're 7 years in a row making money. They gave their employees raises, and if Monster Hunter Wilds does extremely well, like I think it's going to be 8 straight years of Capcom raking in money. They are on fire. I hope Square can follow suit with a new business plans they have in store with higher quality games and putting it on multiple platforms day and date. I can't wait for this. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait to play the Elden Ring DLC. I got it ordered. I'm going through Resident Evil 4 Remake right now. So, with that said, hope you guys enjoy this one. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. And I'll catch you all on the next video. Take care.